Good morning. This is old Mr. Kent, and today I'm going to start in my son's backyard so you can see sometimes I know I got some new viewers to the channel, and I talk about where I live, and so I thought, well, this morning I'll just start my trike ride out here in his backyard. So over here, excuse me, over here is his Greyhound bus that has been inside. It's been all remodeled for being a living, like a RV, something like that. It's got bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, all kinds of, all the nice things you'd want. And the only thing is, it needed new tires when he got it, so he's got the wheels off. And so he's, I'm sorry, he's in the process of fixing that. And then over here are some of the old cars and trucks that he will someday get around to restoring. And then this is the hay barn right here, and just behind it is the corral where the goats and the chickens live. Over here on this side, the screens are down so you can't see it too well, but this is the bungalow that he made for my wife and I while we were living in a fifth wheel, which was parked right here. And we'll go by it. I'll show it to you. There's a guy going to come look at it to buy it today, I think. So let's go ahead and get out here a little ways. And you can get a better view of the bungalow, which is an attachment to his shop. I'm having trouble this morning. And that's a 69 Chevy pickup that he restored. And then as we come around, that stack of metal over there is a 30 by 30 metal building that he'll be putting together and putting out here somewhere soon, one of these days. Then over there is his tractor, and that's a friend's Chevy pickup. Everybody seems to be in the Chevys, and you can hear the chickens over here right there. So anyway, these are the things in his backyard, and we'll go up here a little ways, and now let's go around, go over here. All right, and then that's the fifth wheel that my wife and I lived in for about 2 years while he was building our bungalow and everything like that. So, that's the place where I live. Been living here for about, I don't know, 3 years, something like that. So anyway, let's go for our bike ride now. And why did I name this? That's the brakes. Because I've had brake problems. Sunday morning, I went on a trike ride, and we got to come out onto the street here, so we got to be real careful. Don't want to get run over. Not a very busy street. So anyway, went for my bike ride, and if you've been following my channel, you know there's this one place where I sneak into a gated community, and I have to go over into a little turn around thing, and wait for somebody to come out, and I can sneak in. Well, Sunday morning I got over there, and when I got into the turnaround thing, good morning. Anyway, I got into the turnaround thing, and my front brake didn't work, which it does now. Okay, that was Sunday morning. This is Wednesday morning, the 24th of August, 2024. So anyway, so I thought, what's going on? And I took it home, and I thought, well, maybe the disc and the pads are contaminated, because I'll show you a picture of the front. I don't know if you can see it right along here, but right down there is a great big huge of bombardier from the hawks that we have flying around here, and one of them just happened to hit my trike, and I thought, well, that stuff might have splattered down onto the brakes, and so I put the trike up on a stand on a chair, and I got a picture of that. I put my trike up there, and then I took the brake pads out and put them in a plastic bag full of brake cleaner, and and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned on the discs, and got it all put together again. And I can't remember. I had so many failures, but anyway, that didn't help, or it might have helped for a little while, and then it quit working. That was what I kept running into. It would work after I fixed it, and then I'd go maybe less than half a mile and it quit working. And so I thought, okay, so then the next thing I did was I thought, okay, I'll use a little bit of sandpaper, because the disc is might need to be roughed up a little bit, and I lightly sanded the brake pads so that they'd be nice and ready to go, and took it down off the stand, tried it out, and it worked fine for a little while, and then it quit working again. And so that was day after day after day. And by the way, I made a video of each one of those tries so I could show you what I did. And then, of course, I never published the videos because it didn't end up working. So finally, I thought the only thing left is it's acting like there's air in the system, because when I first do it, get it fixed, it works. Slam the brakes on and they lock up. But this is the road with all the traffic. I'm going on my E-Trike ride. So anyway, so I got to thinking, it's like it's got air in the line, because you can't have air in your brakes, because air compresses, and when air compresses, it doesn't put any pressure on the brake pads. If it's just liquid, and they use mineral oil, any mineral oil work, that can't be compressed. So if it's all liquid, well, then your brakes work like they're supposed to. And I just couldn't figure out how come it always works after I take it down off the stand. And then I got to thinking. Well, if it's on the stand, it's tipped up, and some of that fluid is getting up into the pump, which is the handbrake, okay? Some of that fluid is getting up there. And so that's when I decided, okay, so I ordered off of Amazon I ordered a filler for and some it comes as a kit, the fluid and the filler and all that stuff. So there's lots of videos on YouTube if you want to check out how to do that. But anyway, so yesterday afternoon my package came, and I put new fluid in, and it took me a little while. You got to pump the handle a lot and stuff. But finally, I got it so it worked. So it was a relief to know that I had front brakes again on my E-Trike, because in all that time, I'd go on my E-Trike morning ride and had no front brakes, which is okay because you can still stop. Like, here's the back brakes. See, that works pretty good. But if you have to stop really fast, like now, both brakes work. So I'm going to have my front tire wore out testing that out. Anyway, so as it turns out, I got the front brakes all fixed. Now, what the question is, how come I got air in there? And I had to think on that. Well, in my first trike that I sent back, because they gave me a replacement, I got it about a year ago, and let these guys do their thing. I got it about a year ago, right now, and so when I would park it, I would always set the brake so it wouldn't roll very easily, and the brake, the system had pressure on it, and that was okay in the wintertime. But as you know, if you've been following my channel, this Arizona heat is something that just causes all kinds of problems. I had to replace the display because it's the brain. I couldn't get my trike to turn on, and so Electric sent me a new one free, a new display, and that fixed it. Because I left it sitting in the sun, I turned it on, too much heat, and the electronics burned out. And so the same thing. I got this. See, the last trike I had, it was never sitting in hot weather. This one, I put the brakes on. It would sit in the sun all day, and when things sit in the sun, they expand. And even though there's not a leak anywhere, there goes a school bus. And anyway, even if there's not a leak anywhere, it can still, with enough pressure and enough time, allow that fluid to seep around the seals on the plunger in the caliper. And I'm sure that's what happened, because that's the only place the fluid would have come out, and that's because I had it pressurized. So the rule for Arizona is don't set your brakes and leave it sitting in the sun all summer long, over and over, because eventually it'll squish out all of the fluid and you end up with air in your system. And so I'm sure that's what happened, because no other reason. The other one never had that problem because it wasn't sitting in the sun. This one sat in the sun every day, all day long, 110 to 12, 15 degrees, and everything gets super hot. So anyway, that got my brakes all fixed. Everything is good. And just a little bit of advice. There's a bump. Just a little bit of advice. If you live where it gets over 100 degrees, you can park your bike in the sun, but, and my wife also made a cover for this out of material, but you can park your bike in the sun, just don't put the brakes on, because if you leave the brakes off, then there's room for expansion in that system, and with the brakes on, there's no room for expansion, so it goes out the only escape route, which is around the seal on the plungers. Okay, so anyway, I'll continue with my bike ride. I want to thank you very much for watching my videos, and God bless.